Hey, what's going on, y'all? BB Shea here from Rock 92, sitting down with Wheeler Walker Jr. Just kicked off the Spread Eagle Tour. He will be live at the Ramkat in Winston-Salem next Thursday, September 28th. Tickets on sale now at theramkat.com. Wheeler, what's been going on, man? How's the tour so far?
Tour's been great. The feedback I've been getting is that it's the greatest tour of all time, so that's pretty good.
So you're giving people like Bon Jovi a run for his money, right?
Oh my God, Bon Jovi is crap compared to me. Always has been. John Bon Jovi called me the other day and said that he heard my album, and now he's having second thoughts if he should even be around.
Oh, jeez, man.
He said I feel like crap compared to you. By the way, am I allowed to curse on here?
Yeah, you can cuss, dude. It's your world. We're just living in it, man.
So if I say you'll just bleep it or something?
I'll bleep it. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, well, can I do a couple real fast just to get it out of my system?
Let's do as many as you want.
Okay.
You good to go?
Got him. Yeah, I got him.
All right, perfect, man. Well, congratulations, man. You just dropped a new album called Ram, and it's got songs on it entitled Finger Blast, Dump Truck, Money and Bitches, amongst several others. With all the vulgar titles in the album, how did you land on the album title Ram, and is Paul McCartney mad at you?
I'll answer the second question first. That second answer to the second question is that's between his lawyers and my lawyers, and the argument we're taking is you can't own a ram.
Okay.
His ram does different stuff than my ram does. My ram rams, his ram just chills.
Well, yeah. How did you land on the title Ram? What's the significance behind that?
You know what? An album I loved. I don't know if you know this album. I used to love that album, Aerosmith, Pump.
Okay.
And I was like trying to think of a word like pump that I was allowed to, because all these streamers now they're so sensitive. The whole world has gotten so sensitive you can't say bad words. So I was like, what's a word like pump that I could just say that stands for pumping, that I could just say that would be clean and nobody yell at me. Like a word for sex, I'll use that word on this radio station. That's like that I can say and not get everyone yelling at me, and iTunes and Apple Music and Spotify won't start bitching like they always do. And I said, ram is a good word. You can ram people, and I'll show a picture of a ram, and they'll think it's actually about a ram, but it's actually about ramming.
Well, we're in Tar Heel country anyway. I don't know if you're college basketball fans, so I think a lot of people would appreciate the title Ram. So,
what are the Rams? All I know is, I'm from Kentucky, so yeah. Nothing personal. I don't love North Carolina sports, but I'm a Kentucky guy.
Well, the Tar Heels, their mascot is a ram. So,
is it?
Yeah, it is. It's called Ramses. He walks around, with a ram outfit on.
What is it? What is a Tar Heel?
I don't know. I'm a Duke fan. I'm a Blue Devil fan. I never even looked into the etymology of that.
Hold on. You're a Duke fan.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm on someone else's phone. I'm trying to see where the hang up button is.
Please don't do it. Don't do it to me, man. I apologize.
That's okay.
I forgive Rick Pitino. I think he's innocent.
You know what? I'm not saying you don't have ammo, but come on. I'm texting my people here. Who the hell put me on the phone with a Duke fan?
Oh man, my bad, dude. Well, let's move on. So let's just forget about that. How about that? Well, other than a musician,
tell me about this Ram. Sorry to interrupt, but tell me about this Ramkat I'm playing.
So the Ramkat is it's a venue in Winston-Salem. It used to be called Ziggy's years ago, and a lot of big people play there. I think REM played a bunch of their early shows there. It closed down, and then it opened back within the last 7 or 8 years, the Ramkat, and it's kind of up and coming. A lot of good people are playing. I mean, you're playing there, so it's the next big venue.
Yeah, so I do a lot of country, but I'm also rocking out on this album. I want a place I can rock out. Did I pick the right place?
The Ramkat is the perfect place to rock out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, apart from rocking out and being a musician, you are, I would like to say, a musical marketing genius. Correct me if I'm wrong, but your first album that ever came out, it premiered on Pornhub.com. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Well, I want to know is what were you searching before you decided to drop the album on Pornhub? What were you searching for? That's what I want to know.
Well, can I tell you what happened was I was reading some music magazine or online. This dude, some wussy, was saying his new album was premiering a day early. You could stream it on NPR. I go, well, I'm just starting out. What place? My album's so filthy. what place would premiere my album a day before it came out? And the first place that came to mind was Pornhub. So I just I like a random email. Hey man, dig what you guys do. I'm watching your videos for years. You want to have my album a day early? They didn't know who I was, but they were like, "We never done that before. Seems like a cool new business to get into." I'm not going to lie. The other videos got some more views than me, but it still did pretty well. It was a cool way to. I am a marketing genius, but honestly, it was just like, where does my audience go? My audience goes to Pornhub.
Well, yeah, it's a captive audience.
Science.
You know people are going to be there. Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out is why other people don't try to utilize that technique as well.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
People are scared. They think, oh, my God, I'm going to get canceled. Spotify won't play it. The radio won't play it. I go, and then I said, that's not the way I've done my whole career. I don't care. Well, I would beg to get canceled.
Well, I think people like Garth Brooks and Tim McGraw should utilize that. Or do you think those guys are afraid to admit that their fans watch porn? Is that what it is?
I think it's that. I think they're trying to make clean, friendly family music. I'm trying to make dirty, unfriendly, unfamily music. And, don't bring your kids to the show. I'm not saying it's.
You heard it here. Do not bring the kids to the show. Talking to Wheeler Walker Jr., going to be at the Ramkat in Winston-Salem next Thursday, September 28th. Now, Wheeler, you say you're from Kentucky. I'm from North Carolina. We're both Southern guys. Are you familiar with the phrase WWJD, what would Jesus do?
I am.
Well, I like to live my life as WWWJD. What would Wheeler Walker Jr. do? So I want to give
someone else said that to me, and I thought about doing a bumper sticker for that because I love that phrase. Other people have said it to me, but it's like repeated. It's so long; it takes so long to say.
In light of that, I would love to give you a couple of scenarios, and I want to know in those scenarios what would Wheeler Walker Jr. do? Is that cool? Can we play that real quick?
Yeah, I'd love to play that game.
All right, perfect.
Play the start music.
All right, I don't have any music, unfortunately. The engineers are good. I'm not that good though.
I'll do it. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. You come home after a long day of work. You find your wife in your marital bed having relationships with your uncle. What would Wheeler Walker Jr. do?
Call.
Would you leave the room? Just right there in front of everybody?
No. They got in my way. They got to stand there and watch.
Fair enough. Okay, I got one more for you. You're out on the boulevard of Hollywood. You stumble across a lady of the night. You pay for her services. You take her back home and realize that she is not a lady. What would Wheeler Walker Jr. do?
I already paid. You got to do what you got to do. You got to get your money's worth.
So it doesn't matter. You're doing it regardless.
I would turn the lights out. Yeah.
Talking to Wheeler Walker Jr., coming to the Ramkat. Now, people are coming out to your live shows, and they know you for your crazy songs, the songs that you love to sing. What can people expect at the live shows for Wheeler Walker Jr.? Are you doing strictly Wheeler Walker Jr. songs, or are we going to be able to hear other songs?
No, I do pretty much my own songs. I'll throw in a Waylon song every once in a while.
Okay.
I'll do I'll do my regular set. I do my filthy songs. Any place, like I said, like the Ramkat, that'll let me literally play my stuff. There's literally venues in this country that won't let me play my music there. So a place like the Ramkat that's cool and lets me do what I want to do.
Really?
I'm happy to come. Yeah.
As a person who embraces free speech, how do you handle situations like that where people don't let you play the songs that you want to play?
Well, I think they don't understand who they're up against. I'll get on my social media and I'll name the place and I'll tell my fans not to go there, and they go out of business in a week or two. So, it's a free country.
If you book Wheeler Walker, expect the hits. That's all I'm saying. You claim to be the greatest country musician on the planet. Is that right?
100%.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you keep up with all the news, but there's been a lot of hullabaloo going around about aliens existing. Are you worried that one of these interdimensional beings are trying to come down and steal your title as the greatest country music singer on the planet?
I don't want to brag, but I know some people in that world, and they have threatened that. But I've given them enough info that they need to back off, and they understand. Because even in their language, what I say cuts through, and they know not to mess with me. And again, I don't want to say the people or persons who gave me the aliens info, but they know not to mess with Wheeler Walker Jr. When you come into our atmosphere, you're given a list of rules, and that was one of the rules. They knew not to mess with.
Well, say we have a hypothetical situation and you have to do a Devil Went Down to Georgia style face off against an alien. What song are you breaking out to reclaim your title?
I mean, get the bleeps ready because I think I'll probably play F You.
I think that's the perfect song. And speaking of that song,
Yeah.
who was the lady that broke your heart? Is she doing okay?
You know what? She's not doing as good as me because that song's done really well for me and not very well for her.
Now, listen. I know that you live a pretty wild lifestyle, and I want to stick on the women here. Is there a woman in your life at the moment?
Oh, there is, but I don't like to say it. Oh, did I just say that into the telephone?
You did.
Oh, crap.
Is
Yeah.
that exclusive right here? Are we learning that Wheeler Walker Jr. is not a single man anymore?
That is correct, but I don't want anyone in North Carolina to spread that around.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because I know that
I won't be after the show. Can you make that clear?
Well, the reason I ask, I know you reached out to Kim Kardashian like a few months ago. Did she ever get back to you? What's the deal with that?
She did, but by that time she'd been kind of used up, and I figured that's not what I wanted.
So, can we expect a Wheeler Walker the Third in the future or anything like that?
There might be one.
Okay.
I'm not going to say, like I said, I don't want him to get made fun of at school if there's such a thing, but there might be one out there.
Do you want him to
And
follow?
there might be one in Winston-Salem in about 9 months from Thursday.
Do you want him to follow in his papa's footsteps as a country music singer?
I'm doing all this so he won't have to. Country music sucks so bad that I'd hate for him to have to listen to any of this crap.
Wheeler Walker Jr. in town, the Ramkat, Winston-Salem. Next Thursday, tickets on sale at theramkat.com. Winding up with Wheeler Walker Jr. So the new album's called Ram, and one of my favorite songs.
Just to be clear,
on it,
just to be clear,
yeah.
Country music sucks right now, not in general. I'm just trying to be clear that when I just said country music sucks so bad, I meant the new country music.
New country music, yeah. So your new album's called Ram. One of my favorite songs on it is called F This Job. So I want to know, how many jobs have you quit? And if you were to encourage someone to quit their job, how would you tell them to do it?
Well, that's kind of why I wrote this song, is so you can, the boss treating you bad, not respecting you, you just pull out your phone, blast this song in his face, and he'll get the picture.
Now with
I wish I'd had this song when I was quitting all my jobs.
I know you're inspiring millions of people to quit their jobs, man. I think that's honorable.
Yeah. I will have to say, to be honest with you, I never really had to quit a job because I always got fired.
What was the worst thing you got fired for?
But, some of my jobs, they weren't cool about, you touching yourself in the food area and stuff like that. But the bagels, I don't want to say that the holes ain't for what I used them for.
Yeah. Are you telling me somebody may have gotten a bagel that was penetrated by Wheeler Walker Jr.?
I would say if you worked in the Panera in Kentucky in the about early 2000s, I'd make sure you brush your teeth a lot.
Oh man. Well, we've been sitting down with Wheeler Walker Jr., man. Thanks so much, dude. It's been a blast. I've loved talking to you. Anything you want to tell the folks about the show, what to expect next Thursday on the 28th?
Come on out. Make sure to drink a lot of beer, have a lot of fun, leave your troubles behind, rock out. If you're anything like the rest of the Winston-Salem people, I'll be happy to be there. As much as I dislike Duke, you seem like a cool dude, and hoping to meet other non-Duke fans who are cool like you, and come on out to the show and rock out.
Well, you heard it from
Winston-Salem. Is that close to Duke?
No, it's about like an hour and a half away, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Closer than I'd like to be, but I'm happy to be there.
Have you ever heard of Wake Forest University? That's in Winston-Salem.
Oh, I know that, yeah.
Yeah. Wake Forest is one. So you might get some Wake Forest fans out there.
I got nothing against Wake Forest.
Okay.
Christian Laettner didn't play for Wake Forest.
That's
so
true. I know. Duke and Kentucky, they don't have a good relationship. I know, man. I'm sorry.
They do not. They do not.
Well, I've been talking to Wheeler Walker Jr., man. Thanks so much for joining me, buddy. Everybody go get your tickets right now at theramkat.com and see the man himself, the greatest country musician on the planet, Wheeler Walker Jr. at the Ramkat, September 28th. Wheeler, it's been a pleasure, brother.
Well, thank you for being one of the few stations in America to have the balls to have me on. I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely,
Thank
buddy.
you for being a true patriot. I appreciate it.
Only for you, man. Only for you. Have a great rest of your tour, brother.
You too, man. Appreciate the support. You stay cool.